So very quickly, in this video, what I'm gonna show you is how I use my screening tool and dashboard to if I want to find big base breakouts, this is what I would do. So this is my relative strength dashboard. In here, I would just download this, and once you download that, this kind of a file will appear, and I will very simply sort the names, whatever names, according to their relative strength. So the relative strength I am going to choose is basically the one wherein which you will have a higher weightage to longer time frame. That would be 100, 200 and even 50, है ना? So once I sort this, so you will see that the names on the top would be the names which have already been performing really well. Now the idea is then to go through the top 100 or 200 of these names manually rather than scanning the whole market. This is one way to do, and herein there will be, what you'll find is like the names which are more closer to the 52-week high. So this column E is the distance from 52-week high. So Cochin Shipyard, IRFC, possibly Hoodco, RVNL, HAL. I mean, like at least let's say 20% of these will be set up as big base breakouts. Okay, so I'll quickly show you in here, and let's find out how many big base breakout candidates we can quickly find in here. All right, so what I'll do is you can add an extra column to put something like a comma, and just make sure that everything has this. So this is basically the whole Nifty 500 list. Okay. So obviously we will not look at names which are at the bottom like BCG, Paytm, Spark, because these are names which will be in a downtrend, and that's why they're at the bottom. So that's why the idea is to just look at the top names. Okay, so for example, let's scan like top 100 and 150. Okay, let's say we'll take Polymed as well. CAMS को भी ले लेते हैं, even LICI. I mean, you get the point. Like what top 150 is basically the RS is 85. Like let's say, because 2000, there are 2000 stocks. If you are the top 100 stocks, you are top 5%. Okay, so top 200 would be like top 10%. So we are still searching for like top within top 10% of the names. So you just copy this and take this to a random watch list, paste the names, okay, yes, so we have it here. And now let's go through one by one very quickly. Okay, fuck this internet, man. All right, okay, we don't need any of this. Okay, so see, Cochin Shipyard is a really strong stock currently, so it's not a big base. Where was it a big base? It was here. So had we done the same scenario during that time, we would have found a big base there. suddenly when I start recording, my internet, my computer, everything becomes slow. So IRFC is a big base, and it's sitting right at the O'Neill pivot entry. Okay, so Hoodco was a big base here. Even this day would have been construed as a big base breakout. Hindustan Zinc no more. RVNL was a big base breakout here. NBCC this day would be sort of a cheat entry, so you can see that this is a big base which has not been completed, and the base of the big base, which one can imagine as a cup of the future cup and handle, this also housed a inverse head and shoulder continuation pattern. Okay, so so you will find that like every other name you will find probable big base candidates. So this reg was a big base breakout here. Even here this was a very tight area. This was cheat pivot, and a possible continuation now happening. IRB infra is a big base breakout. Currently this was a breakout, and then right now it's retesting. Okay, ITI, this is a very big base. Now if you quickly check 40%, minus 40%, this is okay, and the right side of the base is now getting tighter and tighter. Possibly this would have been one area which one can call a cheat pivot, low cheat. This would be a cheat, and when this breaks out of that, that would be O'Neill base breakout. SJVN big base. Shipping, Sai, this was a big base breakout here, and last week's, a lot of these also came in last week's my weekend, my weekend watch list preparation. Swan Energy is a very big base, T1, T2. So any characteristics of T's are going to be very useful to select a good stocks. PFC is a big base breakout now. Although I might not like the shape of the base, but strong, very strong stock. So Aegis Logistics was a big base here, you see. IOB is a big base. What is this? This is a cheat pivot setting up really nicely. This looks exactly like SCI. You don't believe me? Hold on. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna quickly put SCI on top. Carbon copy. This is carbon copy. Uptrend. Sai has broken out. IOB. So I mean, these are patterns which repeat in the market, because that's how market works. That's how market moves. Masgaon Dock was a huge big base. See? Yeah. Handle 1, 2, 3 touches. The fourth time is a big base breakout. One horizontal line setup, or the O'Neill pivot base breakout. MRPL is a big base setting up. This is T1, this is T2. Again, there is no one is saying that one cannot buy here. It's just O'Neill did not buy here. So this would be a sort of a tight pivot entry also. Indus Tower, is this a big base? Does this look like a big base to you? Not yet. 31 day is sort of not the cutoff I use, but again, it's a decent enough base, and you can see that possibly the right side of the base with higher volume is gonna come up. NHPC was a big base here, what does this look like? It's a big base. There's a cheat entry. Coal India was a only pivot breakout here day before, like on Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, XID is shaping up to be a big base. Again, you can see that this more looks like a flag. It's not as deep. Now, does this mean that it's not a good base? It's actually the opposite, because the XID is not going any deeper, which means that sellers are, I mean, they are not able to sell and take the price even like how many days, what percent, like minus 11%. So this is a very good flag, albeit it's not a big base, but this is how you can get to very strong stocks. This is the left side of the base, and possibly the right side is gonna come up. Now any tight area here would be a great place to enter, so see, I don't know what and all, but again, this looks to me like a good low cheat pivot. Why is this low cheat? Because it's in the bottom third of the base, so this is now the starting of the right side. I will real estate. This is, can you imagine this to be an inverse head and shoulder continuation base? Yes, I can. Still needs time. Work hard. Now work hard is a really big base, and again, like, see, the basis doesn't just have to be like a cup and handle, so this is a clean clean downtrend line resistance, and this is because it is 1 2 3 4 5 points, and it has volatility contraction characteristics. This significant resistance line breakout can also be an entry. All right, so this is a big base. I don't know for how long I have been looking at this guy. It's now like 84 days, 55 bars, so this is actually a very good base. JSW is a good base. Might not be 50-day long, but surely it's a good base. 45 days, okay. 45 days is not a bad time. Engineers India was a very good big base breakout here, and imagine this was not there, this would have been a valid breakout candidate. And whenever these kind of breakout you take, you always make sure that swing pivot is the below the swing pivot goes your stop loss, and this would have been a good trade. And remember, these are positional trades, so 8 to 10% kind of a stop loss is not bad. Central Bank of India, really good base. I mean, did you see what I did with my voice when I said really good base? So because it's a really good base, CG Power base breakout. Now there is no positional entry, because this small bases, small flags, pullbacks, they cannot be taken as positional, this one, because you don't have the risk reward scenario. Bank of Maharashtra, decent base. Godfrey Phillips, this day was a big base breakout, all right, so I hope you sort of get the idea of what and how, using a very, very simple scan, you can get near to this big base breakouts. Okay, so this is a very nice base, very nice. Almost all of the oil and gas names are setting up like this. PNC Infra was a very, very, very good base. Like, now one can choose to draw a line somewhere here like this, one horizontal line, or if you say, okay, no, I'm gonna touch the pivot highs, then this day would have been an entry, and the breakout entry was also on very high volume. So although this is not a very good example of a big base, but it still is a big base. Just because it's ascending doesn't mean it's not a good big base. Vijaya Diagnostics is a huge base. It's a what do you mean? This is a IPO big base, है ना? So all of the good big bases you can find using like this. Timken, whenever this was happening, it was a huge base. Now again, this is not the typical O'Neill big base breakout, but who cares? NLC India above this. This is a valid pivot. Jindal Steel. Okay, well, this. All right, so Welspun Corp. Is this a good base? Not bad. I mean, can you just see this? Like this. I mean, this was a valid entry, which sort of is. I wouldn't say I failed, but it's stalling now, hasn't worked. But it's a valid big base. Ratan India is making a good big base, and this would be a cheat entry here. IRCTC is a big base breakout here. MMTC, this is a cheat breakout point. Hero Motocorp, this was a valid cheat breakout. This is also like a cup with a double bottom. Varun Beverages, T1, T2, T3, T4. Although I don't like the volume pattern here, but it's still a valid base. Zydus Life, this was a nice sort of a small cup and handle base. How big was it? 51 days. Looks good to me. Uno Minda, clean base, है ना? And just because it hasn't gone to -30%, -40% deep, ऐसा नहीं है कि that is a bad base. It's actually a good base because there was no selling which could take the price till that point. So Jikre is making a big base, no doubt about it. Okay, NICL, again, this also has the looks of an inverse head and shoulder, but if more volumes come up and this pivot is nicely taken out, then who cares? BPCL, amazing base, amazing. Now, yes, you can go through the entire 2000 or 1000 lists of stocks, but what if you don't have that kind of a time, because not everyone is a full-time trader, right? So use tools. Okay, the tools are there to make your life easier. Adani Green, big base. Havels India, big base. Oh my god. Whew. Krishna Industries. Yeah, Edelweiss Finser, big base. Now, did you also notice that a lot of names from this sector are also making the moves out of big bases? Yeah. All right, so I'll stop here. I hope this quick little video gives you an idea of how to find big bases using tools. And currently I've shown you the dashboard method, wherein like I only scan the relatively stronger stocks on a longer time frame, so that they are like sort of basing, and they're also near to the 52-week highs. But the same thing can also be done using a scanner. So if you quickly write a scanner which will scan high relatively strong stocks which are X% away from their 52-week highs, you're more likely to end up looking at a big basis. Okay, so right, that's it. I'll see you soon. Bye.